Chapter 1. The New School. Marquat is 14 years old. He lives with his family in Cardiff, in Wales. He lives with his family in a small flat in Westgate Street near Bute Park. His parents come from Nigeria, a country in Africa, but Marquat feels British because his home is here in Britain. Today is a very important day for him because it's his first day at the new school. New classmates, new teachers, new everything. School starts at about 9:15, but before going to school, Marquat has to take his two little sisters to their schools. One is at nursery school and the other is at primary school. Marquat's mother always says to him, "School is important, Marquat, but you have to help at home too." Marquat knows this, and he usually helps his mother at home. When he's got time, he also works in his father's supermarket. Marquat doesn't like working in the supermarket because he finds it really boring. He prefers reading and studying, but his father doesn't understand this. "Marquat, you study too much. Why don't you work for me and make some money? I know school is important, but money is too." His mum and dad always talk about money. They work very hard, and they make enough money to look after the family and the house. They also send money back to Nigeria, where Marquat's grandparents still live. Marquat's mother always says that they need the money. "Poor Grandma and Grandpa," thinks Marquat to himself. Marquat wants to study. When he finishes school, he wants to go to Cardiff University, and then he wants to find a job as a journalist. It's very hard when you have to study and work at the same time, but he knows he can do it. Marquat learns things very fast, faster than his classmates. All his teachers know this, and one of them, his English teacher, always says, "You have to keep studying, Marquat, because you've got a bright future ahead of you." In class, Marquat sits at the front. There is always a free desk there. His new classmates don't usually like sitting at the front because they're too close to the teacher. They like sitting at the back. The boy sitting next to Marquat is small and wears glasses. Marquat smiles at him and says, "Hi, I'm—" But he doesn't finish his sentence because the boy puts a finger to his lips and says, "Shh." Just then, the teacher walks in and explains what they are going to study this year. Then he calls out everybody's name. When he says, "Marquat," all the other students look at him because his name isn't English. The small boy sitting next to him asks, "What's your name?" But he doesn't wait for Marquat to answer. He just laughs. The next day, when Marquat goes and sits at his desk, he's all alone. Marquat's classmates don't talk to him very much. At school, Marquat knows everything. He always answers the teacher's questions, and he always does his homework. "He's a swot," says the small boy with the glasses. He doesn't like Marquat. Kylie and Jay are two girls in his class. They sometimes talk to Marquat, but he's very shy and quiet. He just answers, "Yes," or "No," when they ask him something. He doesn't talk to anyone because he thinks that nobody likes him. "My skin's black," he says to his mum, "and I'm very good at school. That's why nobody likes me." His mother looks at him, confused. "Marquat, that's ridiculous. I've got black skin too, but I've got lots of friends." A lot of people have got black skin. That doesn't mean you can't have friends. You're very special, my love, especially because you're so good at school. She smiles. Chapter 2. A Good Friend. Marquat has only got one friend at school. His name is Alex. Marquat sits with him during the lunch break. After school, they sometimes walk home together because they live next door to each other. Alex is very chatty and fun to be with. Everybody likes you, Alex. You're very popular, Marquat tells him. Alex smiles and looks at Marquat. Yes, but I'm not good at school, am I? Why not? Asks Marquat. I don't know. I don't think I study enough. And then he says, You study a lot, don't you? Marquat doesn't say anything, because he doesn't really know how much he studies. The only thing he knows is that he's never got enough time to study. You're very good at school, Alex says to him. Nobody is as good as you in every subject. But I like studying. I like discovering new things about the world. It's very exciting. My problem is that I don't have enough time to study. It's true. Alex doesn't like studying very much. He likes listening to music and reading adventure stories. He finds most school subjects really boring. Biology, French, physics and maths are his worst subjects. PE, music and drama are his best ones. This year is more difficult than last year for Alex. I have to get good marks this year, he says. My parents say I can go to watch the final Manchester-Liverpool in the Millennium Stadium, but first I have to study very hard. Marquat's parents don't promise him things like that. In fact, they sometimes want him to study less. But for Alex, the football final is a good reason to study. The two best English teams playing against each other. It'll be so exciting. Alex and Marquat walk home together through Butte Park. Alex stops outside Marquat's house and looks at him. Alex is very sad. What's wrong? Asks Marquat. I got the results of my French test. They're not good, replies Alex. When I'm 18, I want to go to a faraway world, to visit Africa or Australia. I want to work here and there and travel as much as possible. I don't want to live like my parents. They do the same things every day. That's not my kind of life. What do you think, Marquat? You're right. I don't want to live like my parents either. But I don't want to travel. Don't you want to visit Nigeria, the country you come from, at least once in your life? Asks Alex. This is my country, Alex. My country is Britain. Nigeria, Africa, they're just names on a map for me, replies Marquat. Oh, says Alex, a little surprised. Don't you feel African at all? No, not at all, Marquat replies firmly. Just because I'm black doesn't mean I'm not British. I am British, just like you. Marquat is angry, and Alex is sorry for upsetting his friend, so he changes the subject. What do you want to do when you're older then? Asks Alex, smiling. I want to do something I like. I don't want to do the same job my parents do. They only work to make money. I want to do a job I like. I'm sure you can do that, Marquat. After school you can go to university and then get a really good job. Chapter 3. Alex's birthday. Marquat's life isn't easy at all. His mum and dad leave the house at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he has to get up at 6:15. He makes his sisters breakfast and helps them to get washed and dressed. He takes them to school at 9 o'clock. Marquat has to be at his school at 9:15 when assembly begins, but his lessons start at 9:30. He has a 15-minute break at 11 o'clock, and then an hour for lunch between 1:45 and 1:45. He always has lunch in the school canteen with Alex. He breaks up at 3:30 and then goes to pick up his sisters. Their schools are next door to each other in St. Mary Street. He takes his sisters home and plays with them from 4 until 5 o'clock. He then studies for an hour. He makes dinner at 6 o'clock and finally sits down to eat with his family at 7 o'clock. He sometimes goes to work in his father's supermarket on Saturdays. On Sundays, he does his homework. This is why Marquat doesn't see his friends very often. Alex's birthday is on February the 4th, and he's organising a disco to celebrate. But Marquat doesn't want to go. He's very shy, and he doesn't like the idea of going to a disco. Alex knows this, but he wants his friend to come. "Come on, Marquat. Don't be such a spoilsport. Come and have some fun," he says. Marquat shakes his head, but Alex says firmly, "Don't say no. You're coming, and that's it." Marquat sighs and says, "Yes, okay, I'll come." The disco is on Saturday afternoon. It's in a small room, but there are lots of flashing lights, and the music is very loud. Marquat gets there at 5 o'clock. His sisters are staying with a cousin, and he has to pick them up at 7. He's got 2 hours to have some fun. There are a lot of people, but it's very dark inside the disco, and Marquat can't find Alex. His other classmates are there, and there are also a lot of people that he doesn't know. Marquat goes towards the dance floor. Alex is there, dancing and singing the words to Halo by Beyoncé. Alex sees his friend. He stops dancing and goes towards him. "Marquat!" he screams. "Hi! Come on! Come and dance!" "Happy birthday, Alex!" shouts Marquat, but Alex can't hear him. In the meantime, 2 girls come up to Alex, and one of them says something in Alex's ear. Alex looks at Marquat, but listens to the girl. He starts laughing. The girl laughs too. Marquat starts to feel uncomfortable. "What are they saying?" he thinks to himself. "Why are they laughing? Are they laughing at me?" "Come and dance!" Alex screams again. "I can't dance!" Marquat screams back. Suddenly, Marquat hears a voice in his ear. "All black boys know how to dance." Chapter 4. A Serious Problem. Marquat turns round. There are 4 boys in front of him, all older and bigger than him. Nobody uses that expression, black boy, anymore. It's very racist and patronising too. The boys stand in front of Marquat and look at him straight in the eye. One of them waves at Alex. "Hi, Alex. How's it going?" he asks. "Not bad," replies Alex. "So, black boy, why aren't you dancing?" The other boys laugh. Alex doesn't like the atmosphere now. "Okay, guys, that's enough. Marquat, come and dance with me. I don't want any trouble. This is my party. he says firmly. One of the bullies laughs. "Let's get out of here. Let's go to a real party," he says to his friends. Marquat now wants to go home, but Alex doesn't want him to go. "Come on, Marquat, come and dance." Marquat follows his friend onto the dance floor. Alex is a very good dancer. Marquat watches him and doesn't move. "Come on, Marquat," repeats Alex. "Move your body. Left, right, left, but move your feet." Marquat moves one foot. "Look," says Alex, "like this. Just follow the rhythm. Listen to the beat." But Marquat can't follow the rhythm. He can't hear the beat. Basically, Marquat can't dance. "An elephant can dance better than me," he shouts, and walks away from the dance floor. Alex doesn't understand him. He's disappointed in his friend, but he goes after him. "Why can't you dance?" he asks him. "Africans are usually very good at dancing." Marquat is shocked. He can't believe what Alex is saying. "You," he starts, "you still think I'm African, don't you? You also think that Africans can only sing and dance, don't you?" "Well, I can't, Alex. Sorry to disappoint you." Marquat is now very angry with Alex. He looks at Alex and says, "You're the same as all the others." He leaves the disco, but Alex goes after him again because he wants to talk to him. The 4 racist bullies follow too. It's only 6 o'clock in the evening, but it's already dark. In February it always gets dark early. Marquat walks towards the bus stop, but Alex calls him. "Marquat! Marquat, stop!" he shouts. Marquat can hear him, but he carries on walking. He's angry and disappointed. Alex catches up with him and starts talking. "I'm sorry, Marquat," he apologizes. "Don't be upset." "Please, Marquat," continues Alex. "I can be really stupid sometimes, I know. It's just that with the lights, the music, the girls, the noise, I just don't think before opening my mouth sometimes. I know that's not right. I really don't want to upset you, Marquat." Marquat understands what his friend is trying to say. "Okay, Alex," he says. "I understand." "Friends?" smiles Alex and puts his hand out. Marquat smiles too and shakes his friend's hand. "Friends," he replies. Chapter 5. Bullies. Suddenly, the 4 bullies are in front of them again. "So, black boy," shouts one of them nastily, "why don't you learn to dance?" "Why do they keep using that expression?" Marquat thinks angrily to himself and turns round. The 4 racist bullies are in front of him, laughing and pointing at him. Marquat wants to run, but they stop him. "We'll teach you a lesson, little black boy," they say aggressively. "Except that it's not going to be a dance lesson." At this point, Alex steps in. "Look, guys, just drop it. Let him go. He's a friend." "A friend?" laughs one of the bullies. "How can this little black boy be your friend?" "Get lost, Alex!" shouts another. But Alex doesn't move. Marquat looks at the boys. There are 4 of them, and they're too big for him and Alex to take on alone. "Alex, just go, please," says Marquat. Alex doesn't really know what to do, but in the end he decides to run. Marquat now finds himself alone on the dark road. He doesn't know why, but he's not scared. The bullies keep on saying things to him like, "Hey, black boy, why don't you go home? Go back to Africa," they sneer. Suddenly, one of the boys pushes Marquat. Marquat falls to the ground. One of the others kicks him. Marquat gets up and manages to hit one of the boys, but they're faster and stronger, and Marquat falls to the ground again. Suddenly, there are footsteps, and people start to arrive. Marquat sees Alex first. Then he sees other boys and girls from his class running towards him. "Leave him alone!" they all shout together. The bullies suddenly stop and run away. Marquat is still on the ground. Alex helps him to get up. "Are you okay?" he asks his friend. "Yeah, I'm fine," answers Marquat, looking at everyone. "Thanks very much, guys." "That's what friends are for," says Alex, patting his friend on the back. Then he says, "Marquat, I think you've got some blood on your face." "It's nothing to worry about," Marquat reassures him. The bus arrives while they're talking. Marquat looks at the time. It's 7:15. "I have to go. I'm late," he says. "See you tomorrow." He gets on the bus and goes to pick up his sisters. Marquat's life at the new school is now completely different. He respects his friends, and they respect him. He understands why his friends are sometimes confused about his nationality, and his friends understand that Marquat is British, except that his parents are Nigerian. In the end, everybody agrees that friendship is what it's all about.